We are back at in the V&L side yard, I suppose we could call it here, grilling out with our buddies at Cashwise. Tim Rohde, again, joining us. And in the commercial break, really quick, Tim, you put some new stuff on the grill. What do we got grilling, and what seasoning did you put on it?
So we have our Norwegian salmon right here, and then we have key lime shrimp skewers. So the Norwegian salmon is a really nice fillet of salmon. It obviously comes from Norway, but what it is it has, if you look here, it has a lot larger fat grains in there, so it's really going to enhance the flavor of that salmon. That's what really makes salmon taste good, stay moist, because that will disperse into the meat. We have a salmon seasoning in our Four Brothers line that Stu is added to the top of that, and it'll help enhance that flavor of that salmon, really bring that out. And then this is just a nice little add-on treat. These run just a couple bucks next to a steak. So if you look back over here, we talked about our steaks last time around. So that ribeye or that New York strip, you just cook these up and scoot them off next to that steak, and nice little addition.
Yeah, and a great little thing to snack on too is your barbecue, and just something you can pop on in your mouth and not feel too bad then when you're eating the rest of the steak.
It's kind of the chef treat, right?
Yeah,
you're out at
really
the grill,
is.
and it's something that you'd get to snack on while you're grilling.
And so then what's the technique for grilling these? I heard that when you were putting it down, there was something with a certain side down.
Yeah, with the salmon, you want to go skin side down. That's going to protect the flesh a little bit. Some people do cook it on foil just to protect it a little bit more. You really don't need to. You can brush the grates with olive oil if you want to, but really there's a little layer of fat on that skin, so that's going to char up nice and kind of get that bottom of that meat going. Normally we'd probably be closing the lid at this time just to kind of get it cooking from the top. We're losing a lot of temp right now with it being open, so you don't always want to kind of grill with the lid down. And it just helps it cook more evenly. So when you're ready to rotate that thing, it's gonna be ready to go. So.
And about how long does the shrimp take to cook up on there if the top was down normally?
Really not very long. They're smaller size, so probably in that 5-minute range. And all you have to look for is it to pink up. Once it's pink, it's done. You don't want to overcook it. I'm kind of a fan of not overcooking anything. It just dries it out, and you don't get the same experience. So just keep an eye on it. As soon as it's pink, you're good to go. Pull it off the grill.
Yeah, no one wants to be eating that hockey puck when they're out at the barbecue, though. But so I know on the other end there, we had some other stuff that we just kind of touched on. Our buddy Stu cut up some stuff. I'm going to try it. That's the pork, right?
Bone-in chop. Yeah. So it's got a bit of the loin on one side, and then the chef's prime on the other side, and that bone just helps enhance that meat a little bit. Bone-in products just have a little bit more flavor. And it's real tender. Stu watched the temp on that really close. We got it to about 140 degrees rested it, so it should be sitting about 145. And the temps, you don't just have to do a quick search, and you can find out what temp you want to cook to, and just use a stick thermometer. It doesn't take too much, but that's just going to make your experience more enjoyable. You're going to hit the temp that you want for the doneness that you like, and it's just going to be a better experience all the way around.
Yeah, so it's a pretty inexpensive investment to make sure that all of your food is turning out pretty good.
Yeah, so this is 10 or 15 bucks. You can get them about anywhere. And it's digital, so it stays accurate. You don't have to calibrate it or anything like that. So nice and easy, and a good way to make sure you're going to hit it right.
For sure. And so is that steak done there? Would we be able to cut into that one at all, Stu? I don't know if we'd be able to get a look and see how that one turned out. Because, this is all good. That pork, that was so good. And so again, was that just your pork seasoning that you put on it?
That's right. Pork seasoning and then some black pepper to kind of bring that flavor out. That New York strip now looks like that's about perfect. It's just light pink in the middle. You got that cross searing on it, so it's sealed in some juices.
Yeah, you take that there. You do my job, and I'll do the eating.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's a good arrangement.
Yeah. Oh, that is good.
And I firm believer that sear makes all the difference, because you're locking the juices into that cut of meat. And just that little bit of rest time. If you cut a steak right away, without resting it, the juices tend to leach out. So if you give it just that 5 minutes off the grill, it's just going to lock in those juices and just a better experience.
Yeah, better experience for sure. I'll take that back now. I suppose I can work today. But if people want to get in on all of this, they want some of the spices, they want this, they can go to Cashwise and get this all.
Yep, stop into Cashwise. This all came from our stores. This Four Brothers line is one of our own products. You can't get that anywhere else. And then, of course, our Legendary line is exclusive to us as well. We have our Four Brothers Hereford line, always available. And then our pork line here, this is a Duroc pork chop, so it's value-added, high-quality pork chop. And then, of course, the Norwegian salmon is exclusive to Cashwise as well. It's very nice quality salmon.
And it all smells absolutely delightful, and I would love to grill more. I'm told we have to go, though, so Tim Rohde, our grilling master stew, thank you for that. Head to Cashwise, get all this delightful food, and everyone's going to want to come over for the next barbecue. We'll have more stories you'll want to hear right after this.